Seattle Seahawks are 4-2, but somehow they've left NFL experts completely divided. Should they buy or should they sell at the trade deadline? One group says add help, another says trade away a star. So what's really going on in Seattle? Seahawks secondary has experts predicting totally opposite trade deadline strategies. While one group of analysts believes the Seahawks need to trade for secondary depth, another predicts they trade cornerback Riq Woolen. The Seattle Seahawks have surprised the experts this season. Safe to say Coach Mike Macdonald's team is also confusing them. At 4-2 entering Monday night's game against the Houston Texans at Lumen Field, the Seahawks are 2 Sam Darnold late-game turnovers from being 6-0. But the defense has been even better than advertised. Darnold has been stellar, Jaxon Smith-Njigba has emerged as one of the league's best receivers, and overall, the 12S have to be giddy. More. Seahawks rapidly improving rookie ranked #1 by Pro Football Focus, with every team jostling for position in advance of the Novi. For trade deadline, however, analysts can't agree on whether the Seahawks will be buyers or sellers or both. The confusion stems from the back end of the defense. In its new story highlighting every team's main priority before the deadline, NFL.com believes the Seahawks need to trade for depth in the secondary. The Seahawks were without safety, Julian Love and cornerbacks Devon Witherspoon and Riq Woolen last week in Jacksonville, but still managed to hold the Jaguars to only 2 touchdowns in a 20-12 win. More, NFL analyst finally admits Seahawks Sam Darnold is no fluke. Rookie Nick Emenwari had his best game out of the slot, that's the positive, NFL.com writes. But outside corner remains a concern. In his first start since returning to Seattle, 30-year-old Shaq Griffin was picked on, allowing 4 catches on 6 targets with a TD. So the Seahawks need to be buyers, got it. Or, according to Pro Football Focus, it's the exact opposite. In their story detailing 20 potential trade candidates, they list Woolen. Reasoning, because the Seahawks have so much depth in the secondary. The Seahawks look poised to make the playoffs at 4-2, but the team could still deal a player like Woolen, especially with depth at the position in Shaq Griffin, Josh Jobe, and Derion Kendrick. Woolen's background and fundamental athleticism would attract numerous teams, even though he's a 2026 free agent. More. Is it too soon to consider Jaxon Smith-Njigba as Seahawks' best ever receiver? For what it's worth, PFF lists the Detroit Lions, Buffalo Bills, Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bears, and Philadelphia Eagles as potential Woolen suitors. But at this point it feels more like the only consensus opinion about the Seahawks is that they are for real. What do you think? Should Seattle trade for more secondary help or cash in on Riq Woolen's value? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more NFL trade deadline updates.